Squirm Squad, deploy for Part 12.
Ready to roll, Commander and Keen.
Are you
Me
ready,
too.
Luke?
And for once, I'm fully ready this time. Oh, crap, I forgot to wear my trousers.
That's going to be distracting.
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry. Don't worry, I can just run back to base and get them. Oh.
Yeah, I just checked the preview. Yeah, this is the part that I was thinking. Yeah.
Sorry guys, the monsters ate my trousers, so I got a battle in my pants.
How did the
God,
monsters...
now you're going to distract all your female fans.
Wait, how did the monsters eat your trousers without eating what's inside the trousers?
Sucked it up like a straw.
They were allergic to them.
Wait. You're saying that they were allergic to your pants, and that's all they ate?
No, they're not. They're not allergic to the pants. They're allergic to what's in them. I meant my trousers. Sorry.
Yeah.
TMI.
Use that as a quote.
Too late, Dwibs. It's too late. It's too late.
It's kind
we
of-
don't know what was in those pants.
It's
Your
recorded
secret
now.
Collection
I've got my terminology confused. I got the American definition mixed up with the British one.
Oh,
What I meant to
really?
say was, they ate my trousers, but they didn't like what was. They didn't like what was in the pocket.
Eat my...
For those who don't know, folks, the British term for pants means underwear, and we all know what must have been in his underwear. Your secret stash of Captain Scarlet videos.
They wouldn't. Well, Joe, first of all, they wouldn't all fit in there, and second, it's released on Blu-ray now. So besides,
I don't know, Dwibs. I've seen plenty of James Bond movies to suggest that you could fit a lot inside your underpants.
I'm not gonna go there.
Reminds
You
me
already
of,
went to the dark side on that one.
I'm not going there again.
Reminds me of one of the Team Fortress 2 blooper real audios that some voice actor had. For context, so for one of the Halloween updates, each of them had to record a couple of lines tied to the fact that the player characters could obtain like a magical power, and to pronounce some random Latin words that the writers had just put. So you get Robin Akindozo, who has to play the medic in that game, having to do a particular phrase that it translates. It basically goes like invocum something. I invoke something, but instead. In one of the bloopers, he says something like "Invocum gigantus in my pantus" or something like that. It's actually official.
Nice.
Alright, moving on. I'm sure we're almost there.
Almost there. Almost there. Where am I going anyway?
To the next checkpoint.
Yep.
Of course.
You ask a question, you get an answer.
Gotta say, these blocks of the houses were really cramped. Jesus.
Wait, this is probably what Act Zero was gonna look like at some point.
No, it still looks too pretty to be Act Zero. It needs to be more dreary, less colorful.
No. Oh yeah, you're right. This needs to look like a late Xbox game, not a. Yeah. Even though it was in the 360.
Also, composer, I understand that the situation may be dire, but I don't know if you need to try this hard for now.
Also, there's not enough female robots with jiggling assets. Seriously, that was a thing in Act Zero. What the fudge?
Well, Joven and you are shown up.
Because Japan.
Not for kids anymore.
Look. I have nothing against jiggle physics here and there, but
Yeah, I do believe that for Act
robot,
Zero it was out of context.
Also,
yeah, like that's the thing.
on our character model, when he's moving about, I swear the back of him looks like he's carrying a human face on his back.
Ooh,
What, this or Act Zero?
close to home.
This one.
The long road home, and
Wouldn't
we're
that
close
be
to home.
Quite interesting. Marcus Fenix has to deliver a baby that he has to carry in a baby backpack on his back.
Ow.
Oh, that's
Ow.
Again, no, I'm not going there.
That reminds me of that. It reminds me of that Power Rangers episode where we introduced the replacements for Jason, Trini, and Zach.
Because they went to a peace conference.
Yes, they went to.
For a moment, when you said replacement, I thought you were going to talk about Power Rangers Samurai there for a bit.
It's
he didn't mention anything else. I was imagining the original series, but
yeah,
go on.
it's no, it's because of the storyline of that particular episode is that there's a baby cart that's going out of control, and we have to save it.
Okay.
Yeah, now you just got me imagining, Pedro. Alright, men, I've got news. Even though we're in a post-apocalyptic world where everything's falling to shit, there's a peace conference going on somewhere, and we're going to pick 3 of you to go.
Well, hey, Dwayne, maybe that's what happened in Gears 4. All the Delta Squad went to a peace conference.
Yeah, because there's nothing that can inspire confidence in peace and tranquility like a couple of, bulky men with giant guns.
Hey,
Of course.
we're here for the and then hit one back quickly sets off their guns.
Peace,
Hey,
peace by force, brother.
yeah, we're here for the peace conference.
All right, so so you're probably wondering. So which way now?
Up ahead.
Oh, no, it's not alive.
I've decided to go to the right, just because. Remember, this is a blind playthrough, so I don't know the way that the game wants me to go. So, figure. Well, there seems to be a path over here, so let's try this one. See where it leads, right?
You should ask John Favreau. I hear
What
he
is
knows
this?
the way these days.
I heard whispering.
Hold on. There you go. There's a
Oh,
troika.
a troika.
There's a troika. Whatever. I've gotten rid of troikas before. Hey, Dom. All right. Let's try to see if we
today's
can.
episode,
And here's all right. So let's see what happens. And suddenly this place falls, and I die because of the troika. So basically, that path just leads to a dead end. But okay, if you don't want me to go through there, just don't let me go through there. Instead, you made me think there was a path there, but then you just the force just crumbles. Like, come on. What was the point of that?
I can imagine the devs going, "Well done, lads. That's our everyday prank on the player for the day."
Anyway, in today's episode of Don is Dom. Dom just stands there.
As his commander falls to his death.
Well, I think Dom died too, so,
Did he really? Knowing Dom, he's probably like Tails and he responded
well,
after
it's
that.
safe to assume that if he hadn't, when we died, he was going to fall at some point.
There you go.
Maybe he's just that lucky.
Well,
jeez.
it's a video
Right.
game. It's a video game that follows that TV trope of if our leader dies, you get a game over.
Come on, asshole.
We cannot
mean,
go on without.
Well, okay, yeah, you don't know properly, but it's more believable, sort of, here than in something like Final Fantasy 13, where if the leader dies,
There he
even
is.
if the other party is in
But
perfect
guys,
point
but guys,
condition,
wanna-
it's game over.
But you
Oh,
wanna
Jesus.
know how much we love Mike? Well, okay. I wanna
Sorry,
show how much
Dwebs, what
we
you were
love
saying?
Mike in any. But guys, if you want to show how much we love Lightning in anything that isn't written by Toriyama.
Okay, first of all, Dwebs, Lightning cannot be the only leader unless it's one of a couple of the, let's say, first half of the game, which in a couple of chapters she is. Second, she's not my most hated character in that game at the very least. So,
Oh, I'm surprised. So I thought everyone said, "Oh, she's
not
the
for
worst."
me.
It's Jova's. Jova's the one who hates Lightning the most.
I'm actually more tolerant towards her, and her presence in the crossovers mellowed out a bit more things.
Yeah, okay, basically, James, here's the thing about Lightning. Even I, who actively did dislike her the most of any character in the original 13, will admit that she's not as bad there as she is in later games. No, it's basically, well, okay, 13-2 barely does anything with her, except,
Despite having
make
her
the
huge
plot about
face on the
finding
cover.
her. Yeah. And then Lightning Returns was the game that pretty much deified her into a Godsu.
Pretty much.
In addition to trying to give-
complete with ending where she becomes the god of our planet Earth. I'm not even joking.
And yet, that still sounds less ridiculous than King of the Pirates, Keira Knightley.
I don't
honestly,
know, Dwebs.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
gonna
okay.
I'm gonna have to side
Dwebs,
with
I'm
pirates
sorry,
on
Dwebs.
this one. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dibs. I know that you don't like Keira Knightley, but I could buy Keira Knightley as King of the Pirates better. If only.
Besides,
Okay.
doesn't she become that through loophole abuse anyway? Not
Well,
legitimately.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the thing. She's not even that good a leader. Her speech making is horrible. I don't even recall anything she really did leadership-wise.
to the credit of it, her becoming King of the Pirates was more just a title for that time.
Oh,
and
okay,
place.
I'm
And
actually
that was
curious
mainly
now.
Captain Jack Sparrow
geez,
pulling the
great.
strings and oh, hello there.
I'm actually curious now, Dwebs. Okay, so what's less credible to you? Keira Knightley as King of the Pirates or Fang as President of Dorfa?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. What you're on about? What's Dorfa?
Remember, Fang was the main character of FNCRF, and you specifically.
Also was the company.
You specifically said that you would never buy him as the president and all that stuff. You were the one who ranted the most about that, which is why I asked.
The thing. Unfortunately, it's been so long since we've done that one. I can't make a credible decision on that. So.
Sure. Okay.
Honestly, again,
Dumbass.
honestly, it's like I said, Keira Knightley as King of the Pirates was harmless at most because even the pirates themselves said that King was more like a glorified title that could basically have people tell each other what to do. And seeing as how Jack pretty much manipulated the court
Pirates
together.
3 had much bigger problems, so that was just one of them.
All right, okay. So I'm about to kill this guy who's the last one, and I'm about to pass into a moment that again another example of baffling a baffling design choice on part of the developers. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about this guy. Die. There we go. All right, let me see. Okay, might as well get to the end of this road, see if anything's here. Maybe some ammo, maybe. I think. Oh, do I actually go? Yeah, first I'm gonna check if there's anyone there. Yeah, okay. So, let's try getting to the end of this particular road, see if there's anything in here. Maybe some ammo.
It crumbles with you on it.
Nope.
Well, I'm guessing that crumbling road earlier, I guess you were supposed to cross it fast before it crumbled all the way.
I just
Wait,
objective failed for... the objective fails if I go into this part.
Oops.
Why couldn't they put like an invisible... Like again, why couldn't the road be crumbled in that specific place?
This isn't near automata game. You don't just wander off and you...
I'm supposed to go through here. Game, if you don't want me to veer off the path, don't let me veer off the path, okay?
No,
Jesus Christ,
sorry,
game.
Portuguese man, we have to punish you if they have failed objective.
The only
and death.
warning that it gives you is the blurries of video screen. I guess, and even then, I think it's too late. Mind you, it's not like I wanted the opposite or giving you a marker, but just putting a simple invisible walls like a cracked road would be nice enough. So.
Why not make the marker optional?
Or even better.
Honestly, it was like I just said, if it puts, invisible walls on the places you can go, you're only forced to go the other way. But that way, you don't need a mark.
Or even better, that road has an end, with meaning it's not like I can go completely off the area anyway. Just let me get to the end of that area if I so want to. What's the problem? Seriously. Ugh. Anyway, cutscene. I think. Oh no, never mind.
Oh,
checkpoint. Just load it another place. In an imaginary place.
We need to load the grass.
I don't think some of these sub-chapters have ideas what their names means.
Copy that. We'll meet you in the courtyard.
But wait, I didn't hear a voice on the other side of the phone, so it's like he was talking to himself.
Allow me to remind. Oh, hold on. Might as well finish. Yeah.
Allow
me to remind everybody. Someone at Epic Games legitimately turned to everybody else and said, "Hey guys, you know what we should do? If the player decides to go into this particular road, let's throw a game over screen on his face."
Again, it was more easy for them to just implement that instead of programming a crack in the road.
I'm seeing a lot of a bit of the coincidental similarities to things I've seen. Guys on the phone where he's talking into it, but there's no discernible voice on the other end. It's like he's that main character of Steins Gate or something.
Yeah, that's right. You've played Steins Gate.
Well, and I've seen some of the anime.
Yeah, like, okay, again, like Theo said, the program so that the road is broken and I can't go through, or if you don't want to do that, just let me go to the end of the road and then I'll find out that there's nothing there and I'll go back. See? What's the problem with that? Why throw a game over? Shame. What, you want to explore? Fuck you, game over. Like...
Explore. This is Gears of War. Exploring is pussies.
I guess. I just wanted to see if there was any ammo in there. I mean, sometimes, especially in the sequels, if you go out of your way to go to a specific remote corner, you might find an ammo box that was placed there. And there's even some other points in this very game where going off the path you will find some ammo. So, what happened there? Did the developers just give up?
I guess it was like one of those moments where they had like only 15 minutes left before the end of shift.
Maybe they had only 15 minutes left before the game had to be.
I'm actually wondering if
put in gold.
I'm actually wondering if it was like this in the original 360 version.
Possible.
Like, if it is,
What are you thinking? Maybe it's a glitch.
if it is, okay, not so much that. I'm more attributing it to the developer laziness than anything. It's more so the fact
So
that
you think maybe this is a product of this being a remaster, and potentially maybe it wasn't like this in the original?
that's the thing, Jova. I do not know. So please, everybody out there in the comments who has played the original version, please tell us. It's one of two.
I'll go look into a playthrough of this probably after we're done today to see if around this point something like this happens.
Well, you'll have to find a playthrough specific that tries the same thing I tried. That can be hard.
Well, it's not too difficult to find the pinpoint the place.
I guess.
It's already,
Sure.
We know the chapter and the sub-chapter anyway.
It's either one of two. It's one of two things. Either this was always a thing in the game, and Coalition didn't bother doing anything to fix that, or the Coalition is even more incompetent of a developer than we thought. So either option.
Maybe a combination of the two.
Either option. Well, okay. Either of those three options are not flattering at all. So, yeah.
I guess if it turns out to be a glitch, then it's something they missed. But even still, that's quite a glitch to miss.
Maybe there was. Okay, how did that even get caught in playtesting? Or maybe the playtesters didn't playtest the game properly. Like
maybe they didn't find
Was it a problem in the original version?
I don't know, Dibs. That's what we're trying to. That's what we're trying to discover. Because I don't have. I could get the 360 version because it's also available on Xbox One via backwards compatibility. But I don't really care to play the original version since I happen to. Might as well play the Ultimate Edition with all the content. So. Remember, this version is the first time that the PC exclusive campaign chapters were available on a console. So.
Ideally, Dibs, this is the definitive edition to play.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm surprised. Gears of War, definitive division. Definitive death.
That actually is for Darksiders 2 remastered on PS4.
The definitive.
Definitive edition, because the protagonist is the Apocalypse Knight of Death.
I thought you were gonna say the protagonist was dead.
No.
It's not. It's not.
Seismic activity? God damn.
How fitting, actually, seeing as how I got the medieval remake for
How
Christmas.
did you get here?
The Cold Train always makes it too.
Of
course he does.
There's something else here too, an APC behind the house.
Yeah, you think he comes through now? Wait till Gears of War 3.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing, but why aren't you guys wearing any protective headgear?
Because we have to be able to discern ourselves from the guys who will get killed off easily.
Also, the Locust are so idiotic they never aim for the head.
Let alone even the R.
Well, Dibs, to be fair, at least they have armor, unlike Arnold in Commando. So.
Yeah. Rambo.
Well, that's Arnold. He doesn't really need armor.
I honestly almost wonder if Commando was supposed to be a satire of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Most likely. Honestly, Jove doesn't take itself too seriously.
Not really, no.
But, I thought Schwarzenegger movie was satire was supposed to be Last Action Hero.
Not really.
Oh, yeah.
But
Commando,
for example, which instead takes the piece out of spy stories.
Oh yeah. Basically, dude, it's possible
you want
to
a
do more than
Schwarzenegger
one
movie that
satire.
takes itself too seriously? Try End of Days.
Oh,
I thought that was Terminator 3.
No. Trust me, End of Days is the stinker.
At the end of the day, it's still fun for how surreal it is, but not as much as something like Commando.
Again, Dwebs, at the end of the day, Terminator 3, outside of that stupid ending, was a decent enough movie at worst. And yes, it does have the meme that Terminators now have the ability to make themselves supposedly more attractive, but I digress.
Oh, look at that, guys. Killing all the Locusts makes the whole suddenly disappear and
Magically disappear.
I don't quite get it, but whatever.
Physics, what are those?
End of Days in everywhere except North America was released by Disney.
So there you go, Teo. Disney officially has a movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger fights the devil.
And the devil is played by Gabriel Byrne.
I swear to God, Gabriel Byrne has to be one of the weirdest picks to play the devil I've ever seen.
Well, that's the thing. 2 years before, it was weird to imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, and that didn't work either.
Hey, I'm gonna blow your minds. You know the father from the Thomas the Tank Engine movie? He's also the devil in Ghost Rider.
So yeah, this is not the return home that we were expecting.
Oh wait, never mind.
The memories just keep flooding in, Marcus, eh?
Never mind. Peter Fonda doesn't play the girl's father, but he plays, I think, her uncle or grandfather or whatever.
He plays someone in Ghost Rider.
No. He plays the devil in Ghost Rider. It's just like in Thomas the Tank Engine movie. He's not.
You were trying sitting on the
Mara
couch.
Wilson's character? I don't recall.
What are you doing there?
Actually, the funny story, I haven't actually seen Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
Oh, I think you may like it. It still
It's
holds up,
very
honestly.
second half, to be honest.
Oh, you've seen it too, Tio.
Out of curiosity alone.
Although, from what I understand, that film was kind of weird. It was a bad movie, yet it was made by the person who created the TV show.
Honestly, that movie, I think, just suffered some backlash because people weren't used to the idea of a theatrical Thomas the Tank Engine movie at the time, seeing as how nowadays people regard it as okay at worst. Okay.
Well,
Now
it was apparently bad enough that made the person quit her own company.
Shame that. There has been a lot of calls for the extended edition, seeing as how there were a lot of
Yes,
deleted scenes.
this is what we need, not the Snyder cut.
The extended Thomas... Yeah, basically there was originally supposed to be a villain who teamed up with Dieselton, but he got cut because they thought he would be too scary for kids.
What? Did you want to get some exercise here? What the fuck?
Yeah, like
Apparently.
he was just here to try to ambush me. It seems.
What's the status on that APC? Status is
After his exercise squad.
flywheel.
Yeah, he needs to get his
There you go. That's a great line for overtures. Hey, whenever, let's say Jova is still struggling with YouTube. Hey, Jova, how's the status of YouTube? And Jova can reply, the status is that it sucks.
It's gotta be another hole.
When is that ever not YouTube status?
True. Yeah.
I guess back when it was a new thing.
Before Google bought it specifically.
on the subject of Thomas movies, apparently, nothing's been announced since 2011. But apparently the guy who directed the movie Die was supposed to make a live action Thomas.
Well, Jova, remember, considering the recent controversy that's been going on, people have even talked about the comparison, like YouTube in 2007, broadcast yourself. YouTube in 2019, make money or you'll lose your channel. So,
oh God, and God help you if that's how you make money.
Okay.
No, I'm not even. Seriously, YouTube is genuinely considering closing down any YouTube channel that is not monetized and makes a lot of money out of said monetization. Like.
Well, because it knows it can get away with anything, so every time someone tries to start a competition, it dies within like 3 years.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Although to be fair, in that case, it's not just because of YouTube's monopoly. Sometimes the people making those websites do kind of fuck up.
Yeah, true. Blip.tv lasted for a good while, at least.
Yeah, the Disney bought
Disney happened.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
You can sum up a lot of things with, and then Disney happened. 20th Century Fox was struggling a bit, and then Disney happened.
Dailymotion would be able to match with YouTube's if it had a better
doesn't
search.
care. That's
If it had
the
a better
gist of
search
it.
engine, and if it got rid of their time limit.
Java,
on
the
videos.
way the site is structured has been like that for ages, and that's because the owners of a website just simply put don't care about becoming a proper competitor. Simply put.
Yeah. I mean, on the one hand, copyright on that side is a lot easier to deal with. The problem is that, unfortunately, it's not the optimal site to try and make a career on.
I mean, which is fine. I mean, if you can't compete, then, you know, but try to compete anyway, you could end up destroying yourself a lot faster than if you wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wonder if the producers changed their names to Why and Bother.
Alright, to the basement.
Of course, it's the basement.
There's a cellar. Let's go.
Okay, Marcus, why did you have in your house a giant valve controlling a gate to the basement?
Well, you see, my dad was very careful about all this stuff here, and he had to make absolute certain that none of it could fall into the wrong
The valve had
hands.
to be rotated a lot. I can imagine Mom had to ask help a lot in order to get the water in the basement.
Oh, you have no idea how much exercise she got from that.
Basically, Teo, the cellar is where his dad had his laboratory. Remember, he was a scientist. Yeah.
Or his medieval
No.
dungeon, by the looks of it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like, again, it's like Dr. Insano. Welcome to my creepy basement.
Alright, ammo. Let's see what's in here.
Gotta love all the locals could not.
Oh, great, alcohol.
Play with a kick. Well, yeah, it's the best place to keep it.
Clear out here. Damn it. Shut the hell up, Cole. Whoa, sorry, baby.
Shit.
See?
More tremors.
There's nothing we can do about it. Keep moving.
Yeah, let's just keep moving. There should be some information that can help us defeat the Locust around here.
Unless
How
his
much-
father burned all his files.
Let's see.
Again, to keep it from falling into the wrong hands.
Where did that... I saw Regiment go by real quickly, but it seems to have vanished.
The ratchet clanked down the stairs.
Regiment.
I think it was scripted just to, tease you, or I guess it's showing up
Yeah,
later.
that was all right, guys. You can punish me under Rule 66692A. Any bad puns will result in you being forced to do cleaning duty for a week.
Alright.
Okay.
It seems like... Yep, there's... seems. Oh, more ammo.
Wouldn't want to be out of ammo.
Nothing but barrels of wine, as far as the eye can
Well,
see.
yeah, no,
Yeah, how
we
much
used the-
wine was Daddy Phoenix collecting down here?
How about, guys, we use the wine against the enemies?
Maybe.
I'm not sure
wait.
Locust can get drunk.
No, that's the thing. We'll poison their water supply with wine, and then they'll all get so drunk they won't be able to fight properly.
Maybe
Oh.
the secret
no.
is in the wine.
No, it's simple. It's simple to us. We put them
Of course.
watching.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
It's simple to us. We put them watching the playlist of Johnny's Let's Play of Sonic 06 and have them do a drinking game every time Johnny says So.
Oh god. They won't stand a chance.
I guess he says that a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Even he himself.
That's a verbal ticket is.
Yeah, even he himself says it in the Sonic 06 playthrough too. That he's like, and yes, everybody, I'm aware that I say a lot. I can't help it. It's a verbal tick of mine.
For a second, I thought you were talking about yourself.
It's like Clement saying, but I digress.
Yeah, but I
Just
digress.
talking about-
It is, but I digress. Yeah. So nobody. No.
Okay. Come on, don't be
Oh,
shy.
there they are.
Maybe we're just really enjoying the wine.
Yeah, like I said, maybe the secret is in the wine.
Keep him away from Jack.
Could that have been what his father was working on in his laboratory all these years?
Yes.
Yeah, the refinement of the ultimate wine.
The one that will give everyone superpowers.
Oh,
And no hiccups.
is it, oh, so like the antidote in Fairfield Rev, where Fang drinks it and he becomes Super Fang.
Wasn't that more placebo effect than anything?
Oh, remember, Teo, the original effect of the wine was that it made you weak. However, Harley created an antidote that reverses the effect. So.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Suck it up, Dom. I'm in the middle of something here. Get up.
I mean, you still need the extra firepower.
There we go.
Come on, Jack, anytime.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow here.
It's not like Jack, it's a common name, Lives.
No, he'd be
Jack. Yeah, I know quite a few Jacks. There's Jack Atlas.
You
Jack...
don't know Jack, Jova.
Ah, very funny. There's actually someone who's called that too.
Also a game, video game.
Yes, I know a lumber who doesn't know
for a
Jack.
second there, she said, Marcus, it's over, as in this whole thing was a dream.
No, please.
Well, what is war but a really, really bad dream?
Cutscene.
Yeah, let there be light.
Jack, plug in and see what you can find.
Beep boop.
All right, Anya.
Let's see, I'm copying the data. There's, oh god, so much porn.
And let's see. Ooh,
That's a
and
big
a lot of.
Oh, it's.
Ooh.
I thought for a second that Cortana was going to make an appearance.
There can't be these many tunnels. It's a honeycomb. The planet's crust is riddled with them. They're everywhere.
I mean, that would explain how big you can't get rid of them.
To get the job done.
More than enough.
Then let's get out of here. Start pulling the data.
I can't. The files are too big for this.
Seriously?
Then we'll take them with us.
That's okay. We'll just download them locally.
Confirmed, but it'll take a while.
Of course.
Yeah, we're operating on Windows XP. It'll take 5 hours to download 1%.
And yet that still probably functions better than Windows Vista would.
So yeah, while Jack backs up the files, we'll go there and help Baird and Cole.
Whoa, what the? he teleported a little bit.
Alright. However, we'll do that in the next part. So see you then.
See ya.
Ta-ra.